A Ghanaian man has finally given a very concrete and valid option to which the Ghanaians are going to achieve their aims when it comes to the protest. We all know there is a protest that has been fixed on the 9th of August, which is on Saturday. This protest is tagged the Peace Walk protest. They are protesting against kidnapping, they are protesting against a shower, they are protesting against a lot of things that are happening in Ghana, and they want peace to reign. So this Ghanaian man came out to list the things the Ghanaian youth needs to do to achieve this. And big shout out to Tumtum Network by the name Mr. Cyprus. I'm going to be sharing the video here and also videos of other people, government officials, on what they have to say about the protest that will hold on the 9th of August 2025. And don't forget to like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel.
And forthright with the truth, you will just know that this whole exercise is targeted at one group of people. And I find it quite interesting looking at all the different people who are saying stuff. Ghana generally is a safe place to live, and therefore in the right context it is in reference to other Ghanaians whose lives are endangered one way or the other by way of where they live or the streets they use often. The reality is, ladies and gentlemen, there are certain places in the country that has become quite dangerous to move around, especially at night, and certain foreign or irregular occurrences that are becoming common of late. This is where the problem is. And in all honesty, the overall security in the last few months in Ghana hasn't been the best. If you're objective, that is a fair conclusion. There are a lot of things stated on the flyer that are actually happening on a daily basis. I have to be honest. So let's deal with them one at a time. Illegal and undocumented immigrants in Ghana. That is one of them. That is a genuine issue to discuss. This is because there are tens of thousands of non-Ghanaians in the country who are completely unknown. They are unknown, and I mean they have no printed identification to prove who they are and why they are here. Now, most of such people came into the country through unapproved routes. They have no identification whatsoever. We don't even know what their real names are. We have no record of who they were in their home countries, ladies and gentlemen. But the immigration system in Ghana makes it possible for a non-Ghanaian to be known within the country. If you didn't know, I want to bring this to your attention. Ghana provides two types of identification systems. We have the Ghana card that is given to citizens of the country, and then we have the foreigners Ghana card. The foreigners Ghana card is given to all non-citizens of this country, and that is mostly mandatory, ladies and gentlemen, those who live often in this country. So if you are a non-citizen and you don't have a non-citizen Ghana card, you become suspicious. We don't know who you are. Therefore, going on a walk or protest against such people is the right thing to do, but must be done right. This is where, if we have to do it, we have to get it done right. The walk must be ultimately directed towards the law enforcement agencies to handle. It cannot therefore be a walk or protest where you go directly towards foreigners or their shops or foreign individuals. We should not do that, ladies and gentlemen. And I love the fact that they stated on the flyer that let our laws work. That is exactly how it's supposed to be. The flyer also says save our retail businesses, and again it must be enforced by law enforcement agencies. The problem I'm seeing with many of the items on the flyer doesn't really have to do with Ghanaians going after non-citizens per se, but after the requisite law enforcement agencies. Please hear me out. For instance, when it comes to the influx of illegal and undocumented people in the country, that is on the immigration service to handle. When it comes to non-citizens engaging in the retail industry, that's on the Ghana Union of Traders Association, good ritual murders, and the rest are all for the police service to handle. Therefore, this walk or this silent protest, if I may call it so, must be directed towards the different legally mandated agencies in the country. If that is the purpose for the walk, then ladies and gentlemen, I will admonish all Ghanaians, including myself, to join in. We have the obligation to force the hand of our state institutions to get to work. This is how democracy is practiced. The Inspector General of Ghana's police should be held accountable for when crime is increasing. The Comptroller General of Immigration Service of Ghana must be held accountable for the issues that is related to non-Ghanaians loitering on our streets and dealing in all manner of illegal enterprises. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how we ought to do it. Let's not just walk and drum and chant for nothing. If we are going to walk or protest, let's do it differently from the rest of the chaos that is happening on the other parts of the world. Let's make it effective. That is what I'm ultimately saying, and this is how I suggest we can do it. The walk should be headed to the office of the IGP of Ghana and to the office of the CGP of Ghana. The walk should also be headed to the office of the president of Guta. If we choose not to use the legal framework to enforce the laws but do it on our own, ladies and gentlemen, two things are most likely going to happen. The first is we will most likely end up in the same situation we protested against after a few days. I guarantee you this, and nothing would have changed. Or it could easily turn into a violent protest that could affect both protesters and the people who they went against. Ladies and gentlemen, this could even spill over to innocent people and their properties. This is why, in my opinion, such a walk or protest must be done with the letters of consent addressed to the heads of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, the Inspector General of Police, and to the Comptroller of the Immigration Service of Ghana. In my opinion, this should be the primary focus for the
I totally agree with what Tonton Network was actually saying here. If Ghanaians decide to take this protest or do anything against the law, it's going to affect not just foreigners, but also Ghanaians living in that country. You know, there will be a way you do a protest and the protest is chaotic, protesting against would want to retaliate, and it will cause a lot of havoc. We all know Ghana as a very peaceful country and we want to maintain that peace. So if this is a safe walk, like Cyprus said, it should be addressed to all the head, like the IGP of police, immigration, and other agencies that are in charge of these issues in Ghana, and it should be addressed immediately. Let me share some other videos with you guys. This video I'm going to be sharing is government official concerning the Nigeria must go issue that is currently happening right now in Ghana. Watch this video, guys.
Some foreigners. We've got reports from individuals, some financial institutions, and well-meaning Ghanaians that some foreigners in the past few weeks have been scanning around our registration centers to ostensibly get access onto our citizen register. As we speak, we have been able to convict one who is serving 8 months jail term. We have 13 more cases under active investigation. Just last week, we went to the Dansuman Circuit Court with about 7 Nigerians who attempted to register for the citizens card. God willing, on 6th August, that is Wednesday, we are reappearing with them, and we are hopeful we will get conviction and convict these guys to prison. All the convictions, after they are done serving their terms, they will be deported to their home countries. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we are going to the Medina Circuit Court to also prosecute some foreign nationals who attempted to register for the Ghana card. On Thursday, we are going to the Medina Circuit Court again to prosecute other foreign nationals. Let me take this opportunity to warn our Ghanaian brothers who are aiding and abetting these foreigners to get the citizens card illegally. In our first press briefing, we made the point that if you are a foreigner and you desire to have the ECOWAS identity card, which is the citizens card, there are processes you can go through to legally acquire the card. Anything aside the legal procedures to acquire the card is illegal. And so those Ghanaians who are vouching for these foreign nationals to acquire the citizens card, we are coming for you. So far, out of the over 20 people we are prosecuting, there are some Ghanaians, they vouch for the foreign nationals, and in our system it's very easy to identify such people. And so we are prosecuting all of them.
I'm super excited that some of the government officials are now coming out, to address this issue of the Nigeria must go that is going on, and the rate of kidnapping, robbery, and many other things that have been going on currently here in Ghana. And also, it means the voice of the Ghanaians are being heard. It means the government are listening to them. The governments are listening to them and they are taking measures to curb those things that are currently happening in Ghana. Ghanaians, don't think your voice are not being heard. They are hearing you. They hear you. They are working on it and they will do something. That's one thing I love about Ghana. The people of Ghana do not relent in whatever thing that they are doing. They pursue it and make sure they achieve it. My own problem would be when the thing goes sour, like when it becomes chaotic, fights begins to go up and down, people begin to fight themselves, Nigerians in Ghana begin to fight themselves in Ghana. It will be like chaotic. It wouldn't be a good thing. But marching peacefully, meeting the right authorities, and they are hearing you and they have decided to work on it is a good one. And that is the reason why when Ghanaians said they want to come out for protest, I was in support of it. Yes. Who wouldn't want to protect their country? Everybody have a right to protect their country from illegal immigrants committing crimes in their country, from kidnappers, from robbery, from a lot of things. If you don't protect your country, nobody's going to protect this for you. If you don't protect your country will become like Gaza, like it will be in shambles. Nobody will want to come and visit that country. So the way Ghanaians are going about it, I am super excited that they are not violent. And I know and I trust my Ghanaian people. They are actually not violent people. They are very patient people. They are very hospitable to foreigners. But when foreigners decide to do things that are not aligning with the rules and regulations in the country, that is when you see them coming out to protest against those things. Ghanaians are actually not protesting against all Nigerians. What they are protesting against are illegal foreigners, prostitution, kidnapping, robbery that is going on in their country. From what we've seen so far, from the flyers that they are putting out, you should know what the agenda is. And I hope all foreigners are watching this video and they should take note that this is actually what Ghanaians are fighting for, and they are not trying to chase all Nigerians away, because in Ghana here, there are Nigerians that are fully documented. They have all the documents that they need to remain in Ghana and live peacefully. It is just for those that are living illegal and causing problems in the country. And I hope the Ghana authorities do something about this quick, listen to the people of Ghana and act as soon as possible. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, and also subscribe to the channel.